Good morning, it is July 5th and we are attempting to figure out how to get across the river. Pretty much a standard day in Maine. Cheers being the show off over there. The mighty Caribou. It's not really that mighty, but it's tricky enough. Yeah. Or you can... Alright, I'm going to stop filming so we can focus on getting across. Catch y'all later. When the trail starts using arrows, you know it's going to be one of them days. Rocks. I don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest. I think those are the Crockers up there. Maybe this is the Bigelows. I don't know, they're mountains, it's Maine. That's kind of where I'm at right now. That's down, that's up. Oh, it's hot. The love-hate relationship with the trail is strong today. Just because it's the first day out of a hostel out of a town, so the pack has got 5 nights worth of food in it. We're hiking up out of a river, which actually I just noticed. You can kind of see down there. So it's just a hard day, but it's a short day, but just a hard day. Whew. Onward and upward. The climb up was definitely brutal. There were times where I could hear Cheers and Maggie, who might be adopting the trail name the Sheriff, because she has to keep track of the three of us idiots. I could hear them directly above me because the trail was so steep. You're just kind of bouldering, and I could hear their trekking poles and stuff clanking straight up from where I was. So that was interesting, but right now the trail is much more agreeable for a little while. I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts before the fun begins again. But I will check in with y'all. Might be a view up ahead, or at least from the top of Spaulding, in the 4K in the books. Later. Alright, so I kept getting mixed up earlier. So I'm walking towards Spaulding Mountain now, and behind me is Matthew. This one's for you, Sugarloaf. Yeah, so that's behind me. Walking towards Spaulding. Up ahead, though, should be a marker showing the last section of the AT to have been completed during its original construction in the 30s, which is pretty cool. And the other day, I don't think I talked about it in that video, but the other day we stayed at the Avery Memorial Campsite, called Bigelow Coal Site, but there used to be a lean-to there, the Avery Memorial lean-to, and some people might not know why Avery's important on the trail. A lot of folks might have heard of Benton Mackay, who envisioned the trail. He kind of was the visionary behind it. He was the dreamer, essentially. But Myron Avery, who's from Maine, I think it's Lubbock or Lubbock. I'm sure I'm butchering that. He was the one that really got all the work done. Kind of known as to be a bully, but he got things done, got groups working on it, and was probably the first person to walk every step of it. It wasn't as a through hike, but just simply because of the way he was. He was a, let's see if I can get this right, he was an admiralty lawyer. Interesting fellow. but he walked every step of the original trail, just routing it, planning it, inspecting it over the several years of its development. So he was, I think, without Meyer and Avery, that we wouldn't have a trail. Benton obviously had the vision, but he did not have the skills to get people to get to work and to get things done. I think he kind of hoped people would just naturally do stuff, but Avery was the one that, he's a taskmaster and got it done. So it's also partly because Avery was involved that the trail goes all the way up here to Maine. I think it was supposed to stop at like Mount Washington, one of the other prominent peaks that way. Avery really pushed for it to go all the way to Katahdin. It's, that's kind of his backyard. So yeah, it's just interesting. A lot of history. Whole lot of history on this trail. So we'll be getting to that marker soon. Another little tidbit with Avery. He was the founder of the PATC, Potomac Appalachian Trail Club. That's kind of his baby. So he was heavily involved in that club, as well as I think it was Maine and AMC. Like I said, I can't stress how important he was to the trail. This would never have been completed. He and Benton actually had a big falling out over Skyline Drive. Avery kind of saw the writing on the wall and understood that compromising with the feds over the development of that could help provide a corridor, protect a corridor for the trail through the area. And Shenandoah is developed as a park. Benton, though, saw it kind of like a betrayal and commercialization of the area and the adulteration of the wilderness. I think the quote was from Benton to Avery in a letter, one of the last letters he ever wrote to him. So you were always for the trail. You're for the trail first, with or without wilderness. Whereas I'm for wilderness, with or without the trail. That kind of sums up the different viewpoints, but also probably why Benton wasn't really capable of getting the trail completed, even if he had the dream for it. So, yeah, so I'll check in a moment at that memorial marker. There you go, Maine CCC, 3539. August 14th, 1937, near this spot, completed the final link of the entire, at the time, only 2,054 mile trail. That's really cool. Yeah, think about how much bigger the trail is now, almost 150 miles more. I think this year it's like 2,198 something. When it was completed, it was 2,054. So, all right, continuing on. Ooh. Now it's on. The Rice Krispie fire. That's crackling pop. Good morning. It is July the 8th. We just left Spaulding Mountain Lean-To after 7. Today, we're aiming for the Poplar Ridge Lean-To. It's like 8 miles, but a couple thousand feet up, a couple thousand feet down. So we'll see how the day goes. The climbs like yesterday, it's gonna be a long one again, but we shall get through it. Yeah, Spaulding Mountain Lean-To wasn't bad. Definitely looked like the porcupines have been chewing on the shelter floor. So set up tent. Water source was good. The privy though, privy wasn't the best. You could smell your way to it. It's one of those privies that kind of makes you want to do as the bears do instead of using the privy. You know. So today is gonna be day 2 of, I guess technically 6 days out, but this will be night 2 of the 5 on trail before we get to town. So we are officially in it. All right, I'll check in with y'all later. 1/10 of a mile. Before I just sunk into the silty mud. That is the trail. Welcome to Maine. We continue the descent down to, I think it's called Orbiton Stream. Supposed to have some falls and a little bit of a pool area, kind of where the water accumulates. What it looks like it anyway, so we will see. But it looks nice one way or another. I think I'm gonna stop there for lunch. So today's menu, I think, let's see, chicken salad, like the pouch. Obviously not bringing out fresh chicken salad. But the pouch, like the little Sarkist one, some cheese, like sandwich crackers, got a Pop-Tart, probably have a couple Pop-Tarts, maybe a protein bar. I might save that for later when I'm on the uphill slog. Yeah, I think that'll be my main lunch. And then dinner tonight, I think I've got the sour cream and chive mashed potatoes, like the instant mashed potatoes, and a pouch of like pulled pork. That might be pretty good. We'll see how that goes together. I just loving this like channel where the water's kind of come through. It's kind of wider earlier, like a traditional brook, but now it's just like a funnel, like a water slide. Look at that. It'll be fun to go down. I bet it only hurt a little bit. Well, this is pretty. This ain't a bad spot to have lunch if you ask me. Just in case you ever need a reminder, I've talked about flooding and how dangerous it can be. So this is like a normal stream. You can see the rocks, right? You can see the rocks and they're pretty good. There's gonna be a light ford, nothing too bad. But when this river gets flooding and heavy rains happen, it has the force to lift, slam, and bend a metal boat. I mean, look at that thing. So, yeah, I can see how these can get really, 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 really dangerous. Really, 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 really fast. But that's all good, because right now it's nice and pretty and calm, and I'm going to eat my lunch. Talk to y'all later. Alright, so I'm leaving that lovely calm down. I don't know if y'all could hear that little trilling sound. I finally figured out there's red squirrels. It's like their warning sound. They are a feisty bunch. So anyways, leaving the river behind, a little stream or whatever it is, whatever you want to call that thing. The rest of the gang's still there, but I just I have trouble relaxing in a place like that, as pleasant as it is, you know. And I enjoyed it. I had my lunch and filtered my water, took a few moments, but knowing I had 1,600 feet to climb afterwards makes it a little difficult to enjoy. It's like, I think I have a little trouble with that. I'll have to work on that one. Enjoying each moment of the trail. Once I get to camp, I'm good. You know, it's like, all right, I don't worry about anything till the next day. But midday, stopping at a place like that, taking off the shoes, hanging out of the river, knowing what's in front of me, I have a little bit of trouble. So he has an entire mushroom. All right. Oh, what a slog of a day. But I made it up to Poplar Ridge. Shelter's like 2/10 of a mile. Good morning. It is Friday, June 7th, 7:45. A little slow going, get out of camp this morning. Today we're up and over Saddleback, but I think we're gonna try to move kind of fast over it. Expecting storms later. And Saddleback is on an exposed ridgeline. Not the ideal place you want to be during a thunderstorm. So we're gonna hustle. I'm gonna hustle. I assume they're gonna hustle. Get up and over it, and get on down the other side. Anyways, I'll check in later.
This is great 15 seconds. Sorry, gentlemen.
No. I was gonna film you filming and see if we could do a filmception.
That's great.
Behind the magic.
Ooh, the three of us.
Wow.
Menage a height.
Wow.
Wow.
Hi.
Say hi.
Aight. Did she say hike or aight? Oh, okay. Squishy.
Thank God these planks are.
And this is just Saddleback Junior. All right, the view kind of makes up for the pain. No one told me I needed to know how to mountain climb. Just saying. See him up ahead. Just talking to myself, don't mind me. Oh, crikey, wow. So, great day, everybody. Good job. That was it, right? So that's Junior. I'm gonna assume that's Mr. and Mrs. Saddleback there. On Saddleback Junior. Pick up a horn. I think this is Saddleback. We'll be down here this evening. So it's fun when you can see your whole day in front of you. Yay! Okay, so almost to the horn. This is the first of the two peaks of the main Saddleback ridge. Whew. I'll have to tease. I thought we were going to go up and around, back into the trees. You can kind of see it's gotten little clouds starting to develop. We're keeping all moving, but last time I checked the weather, they said we had a couple hours before anything starts, so should be good. I think should give us plenty of time to get up and over. That's gross. That's really, really gross. Come on, people. Better than this. You leave your wipes and your TP up here on the mountain. And unfortunately, that's where I draw that line. I'll pack out a lot of other people's trash, but not stuff that appears to be used for the body. Just to get up to this alpine level is another series of boulders. A lot of hands and feet kind of bouldering, climbing. Obviously can't really film that. It's a little tricky to climb, even with my hands free. So, but just think of these rocks here and angle them up to about 90, and you get the idea. I mean, it's a little fun. It's taxing, but it's kind of fun. I hope you can hear more than just me breathing. The discussion now, possibly trying to do a quick little mini resupply at the hiker hut, which is a couple miles from our next shelter. Maybe in the morning, get that up. Apparently he does a egg Sammy breakfast for hikers, so maybe stop in and get that on our way through. Start tomorrow off nice. We shall see. Made it to the summit. There we go. And that's what's ahead of me. Yay! You can definitely see the route I'll be taking, I guess. In fact, I can see a couple hikers down there. But it is beautiful. All right, I'll check in with you all later. The Horn. 4,041 feet. Okay, so come down into the saddle now, and yeah, I'll show you some of this because it's kind of cool. You can kind of see the route you take. Of course, I start filming and you can't really see that well, but just because you're up above tree line, this whole section here, this is probably the closest thing to Katahdin now that I've seen. Like the Bigelow's had a couple little spots that was above tree line, but it's just at the peaks, whereas this is like the whole saddle between the two main peaks is fairly exposed. I mean, obviously a little bit of trees there, but I think we go around it. Which is cool. It's cool you can see it. So far it's been decent walking. Nothing too bad. Up here, I mean. But, and I would love it if it stayed that way, but Maine is a cruel mistress, so I'm not banking on it being easy the rest of this way. Like as soon as I even think about it, look at this. It starts to get steeper on me. Oh, Maine. Oh, Maine. Why you gotta do this to me? I was just liking you. Why you're so mean. To my knees. To my joints. In other news, I had a song stuck in my head. Not even the whole song. Not even like a normal song. Not like I'm like, oh, hey, great music. Nope, just we were talking about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the show. Dayman. And just the opening part has been playing in my head for the last 2 days. Dayman. Ah! Just that part. Just that part. Just that part. Don't know how well this will show up, but we're climbing up to that summit up there. You can kind of see. Oh, let me see if I can find them. You can see blazes on the rocks up there. Long way to go. Okay, so made it to the summit, Saddleback. I guess the main summit, because there's another peak over here. But this one just said Saddleback. So, but you can kind of see over there, and there's one on the other side of this ridge. Can't see anymore. The rain shadows are forming. Not rain shadow, but my brain ain't working. It's too hot up here. You can see rain coming down. You can actually see it. So it's starting to, the storm's starting to develop. You can see some of those clouds starting to shoot up and form. Cumulonimbus are right there starting to develop. I don't know if that's truly a nimbus yet or if that's still the cumulus, like congestus phase. Don't mind me, I'm just nerding out about clouds. La-di-da. But either way, cumulus start to get bigger and coalesce into the big rain clouds and thunder clouds. So, one more reason I got one more peak up there. You can see a couple day hikers on it. So. These are never on my way up, always on my way down. Don't know if you can hear the thunder in the background. All right, well, you can kind of see it through there. Made it to Eddy Pond, which is a cool little established campsite. There's boats over here. Don't think they want you taking those out, but yeah, the pond would be a cool campsite if not for the impending thunderstorm. I don't think camping by a big body of water is the best idea, so I keep pushing. Shelter's less than 2 miles up, so hopefully we can use that. Get there before any of this gets real bad. And if there's hail, then I'll probably the shelter, and if not, I think I got a big old pack I can put over my head. The things you got to think about hiking the AT. No, but seriously, I'm gonna push on to the shelter. I don't know how much further the rest of the gang is behind me. I don't think they're super far. I don't think they stayed up on the summit too much longer. Since we kind of knew the storms would be a potential problem. So hopefully they're just a little ways behind me. But then onto the shelter. Once we're all there, we can further evaluate what we want to do. If we want to attempt to get to Rangeley, or hunker down there at the shelter and hope for the best. I mean, shelter wouldn't be the worst thing. Might be a little crowded. Might be a little crowded, but it wouldn't be the worst thing. But anyways, I'll check in with you later. Things we'll do to get to Rangeley. Things we'll do to get to Rangeley. That answers that question. We are headed for a hiker hut tonight. Try and get dry, get into a bunk, see about food. I'm gonna do a couple extra miles today, which will make tomorrow that much easier. So wish us luck. Hopefully the place ain't full.
Florida man. Feels good to just not move. I like sitting.